I've been trying to do one every single day.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Early season's greetings, NBA fans. I'm Ernie Johnson. Thanks for joining us. Got Shaquille O'Neal here. Got Kenny the Jet Smith here for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Detroit Pistons as they go up against the Chicago Bulls. And guys, for the Bulls, after splitting their first two games of the season, tonight's game gives them a chance to get their record over the 500 mark and maybe get a little momentum on their side. And we'll be seeing the Greek freak Giannis Antetokounmpo in tonight's game. Shaq, how good can this kid be?
You know, Ernie, it's rare to see a blend of size and speed as his position. 6'11", 7'3" wingspan. He's a great athlete, and he really can finish at the rim.
Yeah, he's very young, but his skill isn't young. And if he stays focused and works on his outside shot, which I've heard he's been doing, I think that he could take his game to another level.
In his short career, has his name become any easier for you to say?
No, it's very easy. The Greek freak.
Antetokounmpo.
That was very, very close. Here's Kevin Harlan.
Antetokounmpo.
Giannis.
We proudly bring you the Pistons at the Palace of Auburn Hills. Looking at Chicago, they took the win in their last game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
And Kevin, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. That has to make you feel good as a group.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Monty Eunice out there with Marc Gasol. Then there's J.J. Redick, and there's Kemba Walker, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the 3 slot. There's the double team from Whiteside. Antetokounmpo passes to Gasol, and he gets it to go.
Wow.
Well, we've always talked about how scary Giannis could be when his jumper is hitting grade. Every year, it seems to be improving.
And last season, Kevin, he shot just under 50% from the floor, so that's a huge jump for him.
Outside, Walker. Can't get it to go. And the Pistons now going the other way and going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, 2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
Yeah, plenty of opportunity here, guys, to get on each other's bad side. I mean, if they weren't already. Should make for some fairly high drama.
No problems knocking that one down. Redick's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. So for the Pistons, their last game, a win against the Utah Jazz.
And it goes back to what's been their strength, really, on the interior. From a defensive defensive standpoint, they just defended the rim as well as you could.
Yeah, I thought it was really impressive the way they did it, guys. They were alert, they were active, they were aware, and their reaction to shots was outstanding.
You got stuff, son.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. That's good.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Pistons have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And the basket by Dion.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
Bulls have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And it's Walker penetrating. There's the dish to Moniunas. The 11-footer. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Detroit's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Whiteside, good.
This team is buzzing right now. They've yet to miss.
Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. What'd you find out, DB?
Kevin, when I asked him about their game plan on the defensive end, he said they were looking to clog things up in the middle of the floor and not allow any clear looks at the basket from inside the paint. He feels if they can accomplish that, they'll have the upper hand on defense. Let's see how it plays out, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Moniunas, no luck. Detroit leading by 6. That's good from Allen on the assist by Dion. 6 points for Allen.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they pay for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Walker's shot is off.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Dion. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Gasol setting the pick for Walker. And stolen by Whiteside. And now the Pistons fast break. And Allen with the slam.
Oh, he's just tangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger Clark right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
Hey, guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer, was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
Outside, Walker. It's Redick on the wing. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 3 assists now in this one. Well, Greg, for Hoiberg, it's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clark, he came from Iowa State, where he honed his coaching skills and was highly respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively, and he'll be looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team, and I think he will.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Detroit.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition, and they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
How do you stop this? I mean, it seems like they can't miss.
Antetokounmpo against Dang. Antetokounmpo kicks to Walker. They get it again. Back to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Moniunas. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need, Kevin. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
Bulls trail by 14. There's a screen by Moniunas. Feeds it to Walker. Here's Redick on the mark with the 15-footer. Redick's got...
I gotta change something real quick.
At 8.
And you can see he's got a little bounce in his step. 3 out of 4 to start.
Here's Diaw. And another 3 for Detroit.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
The shot by Redick, no good.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Outside, Walker. Dishes to Redick. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got 5 assists tonight.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out. Fellas, you look at Boris Diaw and say, my goodness, if he could just get in better shape, but he uses every bit of that significant backside of his to his advantage. Opponents can't get through him or around him, so he's making good use.
Moniunas' shot is
All
good.
right.
Detroit leading by 16. Dang. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Dang. You know, these are the guys you need to be aware of. If you don't want your pocket picked, here are last season's steals leaders. Tony Allen third.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Tyson Chandler is checked in for Gasol. Chandler comes in for Moniunas. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Felton in for Kemba Walker. And that's an intentional foul.
J.J. Barea, that's his first personal foul.
What?
Diaw with the steal.
That's 4 turnovers out of them already. Sloppy play in the early going.
And Greg, it'll be a long day for them if they keep this up.
Now Felton. After the missed 3 from Luol Deng, Chandler dishes to Felton. Takes the 3, and Wilson Chandler gets the 3.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Pistons leading by 13. That's a 2 from Dang. That's good for his third bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Not at all, Clark. You rarely see a team surrender points this easily. They have got to do better.
Aflalo, no good. And Dang, here we go. And there's another one for the Pistons.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Drops in the tray off the fast break. Dang's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Detroit. Outside, Felton. Aflalo left side. Antetokounmpo kicks to Felton. Here's Chandler. Will it go? And it's laid in by Felton. Felton has got his first 2 points of the night.
And look at it, a significant portion of their offense coming on those second chance opportunities.
Yeah, they've played with more hunger. Very impressive with the effort they put on the glass. I like that tenacity.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. And for Raymond Felton, last year was nothing short of a disaster. Missed the first 31 games with an ankle injury sustained in preseason. And he played for a poor team. And things, you know, Greg, being the leader, the ball handler like you were, they just never got much better for Felton as the season went on.
Yeah, the problem when you have that issue early on, the season isn't going to wait for you. Right. You know, you're basically in catch-up mode, and so because of that, he never got into any kind of a rhythm when he was available to play. And that's not surprising, given that he averaged less than 10 minutes a game for the season after averaging 33 a game for his entire career.
Pistons leading by 18. Dang for 3. Good, and it's Perea who picks up the assist. Perea's got his third assist on the night.
And, you know, getting back to Raymond Felton, it looked at one point like he would become the league's next great playmaker. Drafted 5th overall in 2005, immediately after Darren Williams and Chris Paul. Felton never quite reached the stratosphere of his fellow draft mates.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
When that happens, you simply just hope they start cooling off.
Now, here's Felton. 11 points for him in that last game against Brooklyn.
Yeah, and talk about his scoring. I mean, Kevin, with the defense trying to pressure him, he did a good job of getting them to overcommit and getting himself to the line.
And that one's good. And that's now 18 points for Luol Deng.
You have got to make some kind of a defensive adjustment here. He is just lighting them up from beyond.
Greg, I don't know what else they can do. I mean, even when they've closed out on him, he's still been knocking them down.
Now, here's Felton. Clock at 6. Looking to end the run. Again, the miss by Felton.
And one last thought about Raymond Felton. I really feel like he's at that classic crossroads in one's career. If his conditioning is there, if he's healthy, he still has the skills and the moxie to make a difference. It just comes down to him wanting to make that effort, which gets harder after a decade of wear and tear on your body.
They got a narrow edge here in rebounding early on. You wonder how much that'll play going forward.
Yeah, it's a game of inches, and every play counts.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
And here is Chandler following the 3 from Tony Allen. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when you come to attacking the interior in this first half. And they are doing some damage from deep.
Which is the main reason, partner, they're sitting on this big lead. Awesome shooting so far.
Now here's Aflalo. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. That's good.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
Detroit with the ball. Here's Diaw. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
No doubt about it, he's definitely feeling it right now, shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Poked loose. It's stolen by Dang. Diaw with a wide open look. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
Into the Bulls, shooting 47% from the field to start things off. Antetokounmpo kicks to Felton. Chandler a screen. Right side Felton. Clock at 4, and it's Antetokounmpo penetrating.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Just 4 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Clearly, they've been the hotter team here in the first half.
Well, they've been grit and grind, working for those high percentage shots, and quite honestly, it's paid off for them.
We're at the end of the first quarter, and what a blowout already in this one. Pistons ahead, just dominating this one. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And before the game, we heard from Kemba Walker. He talked about his mentality when he steps out onto the floor.
Play free. Just play.
He may be having fun, but I'm not so sure playing street ball is really working out for Kemba, who needs to shoot better than 38% for the Hornets to go anywhere, doesn't he?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. I mean, what might be better than continuing to play the same game you've been playing forever is to take your game to a new level, and that's going to take some discipline. I think Kemba has more than enough talent to be able to do that, but that's his challenge moving forward.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And Stephen Clark, Pistons pretty much in control here.
How good has the ball movement been here? Just absolutely terrific.
Boy, that kind of timely passing, Greg, really fun to watch.
We've got Dang, Patrick Beverly out there with Ginobili, and it's Vucevic, and it's Green in at the fourth. They're the group Detroit will start the second with.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Amir Johnson's checked in for Luol Deng.
And really, the Bulls weathered a lot of injuries last season and still had a good showing in the East. Came away with the 3 seed when many thought they would sink down after missing so many games from key players, having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Here's Redick, and the Bulls with another miss. From deep three-point range, they get it back. Nice shot by Ginobili. Ginobili's got 7 now in this quarter.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Redick with it, picked up by Ginobili. Redick with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Nets in Brooklyn. And he gets it to go. Maniunas has got 8 points. Here's Beverly. Vucevic, rejected by Gasol. And the basket by Johnson. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. To the left side wing. Maniunas kicks to Chandler. And the wide open shot from Redick. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
Johnson, that's for 2. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there. Chicago has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Well, as we take a look at the rankings, let's see where Detroit ended up last season. 3rd in second chance points, 4th in rebounding, and they were top 10 in fewest team turnovers. This team has a number of players that take care of the ball and value every possession.
And just go revisit those numbers in terms of second chance points. That was elite, and they weren't shy about sticking their nose in there and going after the ball. I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
The Pistons shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Yeah, they're up towards the bottom of the league there. Last season, they only shot about 70%.
And I know the free throw shooting is an area they focused on improving coming into this season.
And he can't hit the second.
He still ended up bottom in the Central Division, but most of it was because of how strong the Central really was last season.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. And Beverly kicks to Vucevic. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3. Well, Greg, as you said, the Pistons were last in the Central 4 years before that, Clark.
And, you know, the Pistons actually had more wins last year coming in last than they did in any of the 4 seasons they finished 4th. It just shows you how tough and improved the Central Division was last year. Boy, just an
Take that from them today. Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck,
Walker's got 4 points this quarter.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
You know, when I think of Wilson Chandler, what comes to mind is supreme athleticism. He can throw it down with the best of them, yet he's still working on the other areas of his game to be more well-rounded.
Walker against Beverly. Launches a 3. That's good from Chandler on the assist by Walker. That's 12 points for Wilson Chandler. You know, back to Wilson Chandler, he's somewhat of a wild card. One of the few guys to go overseas. Remember, Greg, during that NBA lockout in 2011, he signed to play for China and didn't negotiate an out clause when he signed.
Yeah, and truth is, Chandler's one of those guys who can give you some solid minutes, but you hope at some point that he gets serious and commits to reaching his full potential.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. Shot clock at 5. Redick misses off the left iron.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
And Walker kicks to Redick. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Rebounded by Vucevic. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, it makes it tough for the defense to chase that ball around when it moves that crisply all over the court.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
The shot by Chandler, wide open. And nothing is falling for him right now. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
And for Manu Ginobili last season, not his best. Down in every measurable category since his rookie year. He's 37, myriad of injuries. You know, but Greg, there's still something so special about that play.
Yeah, I mean, so much of his game is about movement. And Kevin, after 13 full seasons, and factor in all of the international competition, you're going to have to start to show some wear and tear, and that's been the case for Manu.
Excellent point. He played 4 pro years overseas before the NBA.
You know, guys, getting back to Ginobili, the most concerning part about last year centers around his shooting. Down in field goal, three-point, and free throw percentage. Just could not find the mark all season long.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Took the safe route there. Wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble on that one.
Nope. Up and in with one hand, the most basic finish possible.
But he still makes it look good. And looking forward for Ginobili, he may have to reshape his game a little bit. Less commotion overall to try and reduce turnovers. Maybe accepting more of a toned-down role versus the catalyst role that he's really enjoyed over the course of his career.
And it's Walker penetrating. Stolen by Beverly. From deep. But they'll get another chance. The wide open look here for Vucevic. Buries it from three-point range. Vucevic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Yeah, love the energy they're playing with. I say it this way. Good teams, championship teams, play against the game as much as they play against the opponent. Nice uptick here in their second chance points in this quarter.
That's good.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Johnson over to help. Chandler kicks to Moniunas. Lets it go with a three. Rebounded by the Pistons. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Chicago's gone 4-7 on three-point shots in the second quarter. Chandler kicks to Walker. Sinks the three-pointer. Walker's got 10 points.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Here's Johnson. His last outing, 16 points for him. Now Walker. To the wing on the left. Here's Gasol. Another one falls for Chicago.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Ginobili. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. 17 points in the game.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
And it's Walker penetrating. And finished off by Gasol.
And great effort on the boards, and what a mean
talk
that was, Gary. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pump. Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Chandler goes in from the high post. Detroit with the rebound. Beverly's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Ginobili with the ball. Now Chandler defending.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And Chicago shooting at 50% in a decent groove.
And no doubt last season the Bulls were clearly preparing for the playoffs. They played their rookies but added a lot of playoff seasoned veterans to that roster.
The Bulls shooting at an even 50% from the floor here in the second quarter. They need this. That doesn't go either for Chandler.
Yeah, the offense seems completely in disarray.
Exactly. But at the other end, it's one bucket after the other. This run is getting out of hand right now.
Johnson's got nearly everything to drop for him, shooting 5 of 6 from the field. And Walker kicks to Chandler. They get it back. Here's Gasol. Vucevic with the block. And the wide open shot from Green. And another 3 for Detroit.
That's 2 balls in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
Odiunas, a screen on Beverly. It's tipped. One-on-one here from deep. The long-distance three is buried. Beverly's got 4 points this quarter.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Redick with the bucket.
That's his 5th three-pointer of the half, filling it up.
Here are the Pistons with the ball. Outside, Walker. Muniunas passes to Gasol. The feed to Redick. Muniunas, a screen on Ginobili. They double him with Vucevic. The 10-footer. Here's Chandler. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
This team hasn't really made much of an impact on the offensive glass here in the second, and that's a matter of effort and attitude. They're just being out-muscled inside.
Vucevic with the bucket.
And the deficit would be bigger, but they've done a great job getting offensive rebounds and turning those rebounds into points.
Kicks it to Redick. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Whiteside's checked in for Johnson. Dang comes in for Green. Allen's checked in for Manu Ginobili. And Barea subbed in for Patrick Beverly. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Gasol. Antetokounmpo comes in for Wilson. It's not possible what we just... Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible. It is possible.
And think about it, guys. That's one of the few guys in the entire league who can pull off something like that.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. And there's the call on Chandler. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. For the Pistons, back on the floor, Horace Diaw.
Up in time, and it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. The Pistons on top, running away with it. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action.
I'm on par for
It's
a 1
the 2K
for
Sports
260.
halftime show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports halftime show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Some incredible work in this game by Manu Ginobili. He had 25 points and 1 steal. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
That was the half of the super sub for them. A lot of offense coming off the bench, and that's such a luxury to have that kind of firepower available. There were times when the pace picked up when the second unit came into the game, and that's the best part, having a bunch of guys who's ready at the drop of a hat.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Chicago?
Well, they got more than a few problems to work out, but it all starts with their defense. I know the analytical people love to point out opponent field goal percentage, and tonight has been a big problem. They haven't defended with any purpose. They need a whole lot more activity on defense.
And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us.
Excellent game we've seen from Manu Ginobili. 25 points, and he's added to his numbers by hitting 4 shots from the three-point line.
And really now you can tell the defense starting to have second thoughts in terms of how they're going to play him. That's 12 points from long range.
Here's Walker. So the Bulls 5 right now. Kemba Walker is out there with J.J. Redick. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then there's Moniunas. And it's Gasol at the center position. Walker's shot is off.
Boy, last season, Hassan Whiteside made a huge splash in the NBA. Big blocks, big rebound totals. But he had some head-scratching moments as well. Missed his share of action due to suspensions.
Outside, Walker. Gasol setting the pick for Walker. A wide open look for Gasol. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Passes it to Moniunas. And it's denied.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And they're giving themselves extra possessions and have taken advantage of it. And that's critical. You can shoot a few lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim.
And G.A., as you said with Whiteside, his fiery attitude flared up a few times last season, and it hurt his team more than once in Miami.
No doubt, and it's something that he has got to work on. I mean, he's proven that he can be a big-time player in this league, but he can't have the mental lapses that get him tossed from games and hurt his team.
Bulls have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And Walker kicks to Moniunas. Gasol is screened, knocked away. It's stolen by Barea. And here they go. Here's Diaw, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Scoring well here at the midway point, and now they're starting to put some distance between them.
Well, offensively, they just continue to roll. I mean, they're padding that lead bit by bit as a result.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen. Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose, the D hasn't been able to keep up.
There's the double team from Whiteside. Moniunas has the open look. Can't hit. And it's Detroit the other way. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen. With a pause in the action, let's show you the teams that were best from the line last season. The Bulls third.
Boy, Kevin, I thought their coach really did a fantastic job of getting all of the guys on the team to realize the importance of free throws. You know, last year where they were great, excellent from the line. This year, they're hoping to do even better.
And the Bulls making a change here. Chandler's checked in. And so here is Chicago. Gasol is screen. Redick with the 3. Barea pulls it in. The Pistons have gone as spotless. 6 of 6 from the field since taking the court here in the second half.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.
Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
And here we get a chance to check out the story on Giannis Antetokounmpo. Last year, getting it done. Last season, put up about 12 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. Solid numbers, the kind of production we expect. And frankly, I think he's got another level to take it to.
Yeah, he definitely has the skill set to put up even bigger numbers. It wouldn't be a surprise to see that in the coming days.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Here's Gasol. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Gasol's got 6 in the quarter.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
The Bulls have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Antetokounmpo with the ball. He's picked up by Dan. Offensive rebound. And Marc Gasol again. Gasol's got 20 points.
how about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Lets it fly, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. No one near Whiteside as he lets it go. He's still up. Now he is 9 of 10.
This switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
And Walker kicks to Gasol. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. 22 points for Marc Gasol.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Yeah, the Pistons ended last season with a record of 32-50. They played decently enough against the rest of the East and had 23 of their 32 wins against the Eastern Conference.
Chandler's shot, good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. And stolen by Whiteside. Fires the three, and that one's good. Whiteside's got 31 points.
Oh,
and
God.
break down here, guys, the hustle stats for the Pistons.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition. Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
And Walker kicks to Gasol. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Gasol's got 12 points here in the second half.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Allen, that's good.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
No good from Gasol. And, well, Detroit shooting an absolutely astounding 80% from the field. Everything is falling.
And you can see now they're starting to push the tempo to good effect.
Fast break points, the edge goes to them, and those quick buckets are easy money. I love to see that. He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Walker dishes to Gasol. Shot from 12, and it's blocked by Whiteside. Dang against Walker. Dang can't get it to go. Well, Chicago has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Walker with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. The shot by Antetokounmpo, nobody around, and again, Chicago, no good. For the three, that's good from Allen on the assist by Whiteside. Whiteside's got his third assist on the night.
They've gotten a bunch of good looks and have been absolutely lethal from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, defensively, you have got to close out and contest. Even if it opens up some driving lanes, you can't give up those looks that often. And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
Not that far out anyway, Greg. I mean, he can work for a better shot than that.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Goodness, I mean, you come to expect plays like that from him, and folks, that never gets old. Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just are not letting up at all.
Redick for three. The shot is off. Excellent D there from Allen. And now here comes Dang, leading the break. And another three for Detroit.
And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
Walker the pass to Redick. Chandler kicks to Walker. Pass to Gasol. 13 feet away. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Detroit with the ball. Shoots it up. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
Boy, that's a really nice feed by J.J. Barea.
They've been looking out of sorts in the last few possessions.
And this is when you need to be patient. Find a high percentage shot and have some floor balance.
Diaw can't hit. The Bulls shooting right around 42% from the field since the start of the second half.
And you really got to admire Boris Diaw. I mean, he's found a way to kind of reform his game as he's gotten older. I mean, so different than when he was new to the league. Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
And he gets the bucket.
And don't be surprised if we see a lot more of that to come. I mean, when he gets going like this, it is not easy to slow him down.
It's Redick on the wing. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Redick's got 21. Diaw lost his athleticism and is a slower player than before. You could argue he's more productive now, though, Clark, than ever.
Well, his game was always on the ground in my mind. He's highly skilled. He's much more cerebral on the floor than given credit. I mean, I think he is really a difficult matchup because he's crafty, he's tough, and he's experienced and skilled.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And guys, there's no doubt Walker has a lot of the tools needed to be a great point guard. But his shooting percentage is really what has kept him from making the league. Just not as consistent as he needs to be. And a lot of it has to do with shot selection. That also has to improve.
Different look here for Detroit. Vucevic comes in for Boris Diaw. And it's Ginobili in for Luol Deng. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Gasol. Moniunas comes in for Wilson Chandler. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Felton in for Walker. Just thinking again about Kemba Walker's field goal percentage, Greg. You were talking about shot under 40%, Clark, from the floor last year.
Yeah, and I think so much of shooting percentage is a function of shot selection. That's 3 out of the last 4 seasons now under 40% for Kemba. In order to be an elite point guard, that number's got to go up.
And really, once he got that steal, just really nothing the defense could do.
That's why turnovers are so costly, because in many cases, they're indefensible once possession changes hands.
Allen for 3. Good, and it's Perea who picks up the assist. That's 28 points for Tony Allen.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Chandler dishes to Aflalo. That's tipped, stolen by Ginobili. Shoots off the step back, and the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Chicago's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third, still 0 for 3. There's the double team with Allen. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Allen. Fires the 3. And that one's good. Allen's got 33.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Okay, I'm in a little broadcast.
Aflalo outside. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Last few seconds.
And, well, Detroit shooting an absolutely astounding 80% from the field. Everything is falling.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
Ginobili against Antetokounmpo. Ginobili with the steal. But they'll get another chance. Whiteside, and the officials call a traveling violation.
Yeah, I guess when you're up this big, you can afford to get a little sloppy.
Yeah, still a whole quarter to go.
And Clark, they've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, I think so. Too cool. I mean, just not forceful enough, not alert or aggressive enough, and sometimes trying to do too much with the basketball.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Ginobili with the 3, and he gets it to go. Ginobili's got 9 points here in the second half. Outside, Felton. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And he beats the buzzer to end the quarter.
Terrific shot there. I mean, he was calm, he was poised, didn't rush it at all. you got to tip your hat to him. That was well done.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Pistons ahead, opening up a huge gap. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth.
Aren't going to stick around for this brutal ending?
Now, here's Beverly. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. We've got Johnson. Ginobili out there with Patrick Beverly. Then there's Marion, and it's Green in at the power forward position. Johnson with the block. From deep three-point range, no luck. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Outside Holiday. Back to Felton.
It's been kind of a gradual occurrence, but I think it's clear that analytics are here to stay in the NBA. Every team now has at least some vesting into the analytics area. Some base a lot of their decisions on the number side of the game. Others have a more balanced approach.
And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
I figured I'd try.
Bulls making a switch here. Nash is checked in.
This Hilliard bitch out of here.
The Bulls shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done.
I don't even care. It doesn't even matter.
Inside, here's Lure. Rebounded by the Pistons. Marion outside. Took him no time at all on that one.
Oh, bullshit.
For Chicago, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Nash drives in.
Fuck you.
Aflalo left side. He dishes it to Holiday. There's the pick. Looks for Nash. Gets him.
Oh, I just left
yes,
that.
And it's Holiday with the assist that time.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
You told me my foot was over the line that time?
Bulls have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Swiped away.
Ball back. What about now?
And here's Green outside. Pistons keep it alive. Shoots the 3. And Sean Marion again. Marion's got 7 points for the quarter. Chicago with the ball. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Stolen by Beverly. Pass break Detroit. The offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. And there's another one for the Pistons.
Well, another fast break bucket. I mean, that's their not-so-secret weapon.
It's as if the defense has been a step slow in transition all night. I mean, at some point, they have got to make the adjustment.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Was my foot
and
over the line that
out
time?
Of bounds. Last touch by Beverly. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
Yeah, it sure has been the case. I mean, turnovers are like missing breakfast. Eventually, it's going to cost you.
Well, I've always thought that it was good to maybe miss a breakfast or two, but that's another story. Anyhow, you can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Hits the three-point bomb.
And this fourth quarter has been tremendous. They have been exceptional from deep.
Yeah, a bunch of their points coming from long range here. A major barrage.
From deep Aflalo. Good, and the assist goes to Nash.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take them long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
The shot by Marion, no good.
He has got a lot of confidence in his game. You have to if you think you can knock one down from there.
Yeah, I think he maybe needs some time for some direct admonishment.
He's got a clear path. Takes the 3, and that is good.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, it's really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
Here's the 3. Good on the shot. Marion's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Detroit.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
They swipe it. Wasted no time on that one.
They just can't miss. Everything they put up, it seems, goes in.
Probably.
You know, sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. They are certainly the bugs tonight. Nothing going their way.
The fucking commentary's great.
And I'm not even sure that I'd want to be the windshield.
No, maybe the windshield wiper.
Yeah,
right.
And the lead continues
Fucking
to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify
already
an
did.
area where this team is underperformed.
I think these are just a bunch of fans.
They've been 5-star in every category.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And he gets it to go.
It's been a humongous fourth quarter for him,
I
especially
gotta
from
see how
long
many
range.
2-pointers I
He's
nailed
in a
in this
groove,
one.
and that tray of his has just been deadly.
I've been shooting threes like they're twos.
Nash against Beverly.
Fucking
Nash the
ball.
pass to Holiday.
I did not see who touched my ball.
Back to Nash. 6 to shoot.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's
Fucker.
Holiday with the assist that time. Nash has got 5 points now this quarter.
I'm just gonna walk
Very
down.
well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Here's Beverly. And they come right back with their own three-point.
We're seeing the shots start to fall for them now.
You
Yeah,
like that
exactly.
play?
I mean, this has been an extremely efficient second half for them up to this point.
Nash drawing the double team. And Lure kicks to Holiday. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Lure dishes to Holiday. There's the pick. There's the pass to Chandler. From deep three-point range. Detroit
Shot
with
clock
the rebound.
violation.
Green's got his third rebound on the night. Johnson for 3. But they get it back.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
And the basket good.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keep feeding the fire.
That ball.
Stolen
Thank
by
you.
Beverly. Lets it go with a 3. And another 3 for Detroit.
And I love that the instant that steal was made, they were out in the open floor.
Ball pressure leading to the run out. Man, it doesn't get much nicer than that. That is sweet, sweet stuff.
Nash's shot is in.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Here's Marion. And another 3 for Detroit.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
Puts up a 3. That one is good again. He sits right from the floor with the basket.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Now here is Holiday. He's covered closely. Knocks it loose. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Chandler against Marion. And Chandler sends it back. Johnson, that's for 2. And Detroit again with the bucket. And here's Nash.
And guys, you look over the history of the Defensive Player of the Year award, and it usually goes to big men. Big men get the blocks and clog up the paint, but before last season, the last 10 Defensive Player of the Year awards went to bigs.
Green inside the three-point line, and the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
And sometimes you just can't get around your defender there. You got to hit him with that high top fade.
Nash the pass to Holiday. Chandler down low, guarded by Green. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Nash, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Pistons making a change here. Whiteside's checked in. Marion against Holiday. Fires for three, and Marion gets it to go. Marion's got 19 points. Last year we saw Kawhi Leonard with the Defensive Player of the Year award. Draymond Green was runner-up, and although he was a power forward, I thought Clark, he was defending on the perimeter quite a bit.
Yeah, he was, and you know, it's only the 8th time out of 33 Defensive Player of the Year awards that's not been given to a big guy. So well earned by Kawhi Leonard, and Draymond Green very easily could have won the award too.
Count that one. Nash with it. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Chandler against Whiteside. Nash with no one around. That doesn't go either for Nash.
Boy, that's got to be deflating and disappointing to miss a wide open shot like that right in your wheelhouse.
Chicago's gotten 8 shots off from three-point land and hit half of them. Chandler with the screen on Beverly. Here's Lure, and he can't stop the run as he misses.
I can't figure out, guys, what's going on with him this quarter. I mean, he hasn't gotten one shot to drop.
And he gets the bucket.
Yeah, such a sweet three-point stroke there. And it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Out to the wing. Here's the screen. Holiday attacking. Terrific design on the big play, and he lays it in. Holiday's got 5 points in the quarter.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Pistons.
You're right. See, there was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Whiteside. You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
That is good.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage. What a terrific feed by Nash.
There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, exactly. They got to be happy with the outcome here.
Elated, you're right. Whiteside, good.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
And Lure kicks to Nash. On the wing of Flello. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Right.
And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here.